What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Akal, Pakal, First Among Equals in Historic Brawl. So Akal is a mono blue commander, 3 mana, 1/5, legendary creature human advisor, with at the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the other into your graveyard. So if it's on our opponent's turn or our turn, if we put an artifact into play, we get to look at the top 2 cards and put one of them into our hand. So Call basically acts as a nice artifact engine, right? We get payoffs for playing artifacts, which blue already really wants to do because blue synergizes with artifacts really well. So we can just play all the best artifact stuff, Paradox Engine, the One Ring, Magic Mirror, draw all the cards, and eventually mono blue our way to our Hullbreaker Horrors and our Nezahals, Immortal Sun, Jamil the Inner Sun, all those types of things, Shark Typhoon. So the goal of the deck is to get a call down early and then protect it with counter magic, maybe do a little bit of winter mooning. We're running a lot of basics, so Winter Moon won't hit us as hard as it hits our opponents. And then maybe get to some point where we Paradox Engine, have a bunch of mana rocks, have a bunch of floating mana, and kind of lock the opponent out of the game. These games will probably be a little bit long because that's typically how mono blue games work. Or the opponents will scoop early because they don't want to deal with all of our counter magic and our end game payoffs. So that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's hop into the games. I haven't seen anyone play this commander before. I was just scrolling through my legendary creatures and I saw this guy. I was like, oh, that'd be a fun deck. So definitely good in Historic Brawl. You know, I think it would be a really cool commander for EDH as well. So we got 2 lands, a Mind Stone. We actually have a turn 1 play, which is cool. Tails End, so we have counter magic for their commander, which is definitely something we want to counter. I think we can keep this. They get to go first, which is a bummer, but is what it is. Is this an instant? It is. Okay, so we can do it on their turn. Add 1 mana, 1 color. Yep, makes sense. Got to ramp into your big 7 mana commander. Alright. Let's just get the Mind Stone down now. We're drawing lands, which is great. We don't need to worry about countering anything just yet. I mean, they're probably going to spend the first couple turns just ramping. Yeah. Because their commander costs so much. So hopefully what they do is they ramp, and then they try to cast their commander and we just counter it. Time Warp is nice for later. Get you down. Comes in untap because we have an island. And then what do we do from here? So they're probably not running a ton of removal in their dinosaur deck. But you never know in Historic Brawl these days. So if we play him, we only have 1 mana up. We could just ramp instead. Keep Tails End open just in case. And we could crack this clue. So I think that's the better play right now. Gives us a couple options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if they play a land. Okay. So they had their commander if they played a land. So it's good that we kept the Tails End up. We could have countered this. I think we want to save this for their commander. Yeah, ramp. Okay, so now they're tapped out. We can just crack this clue. We're not even going to take damage this turn because they tapped their mana creature. Now we just have to survive. Okay. 3 mana. We could also just Time Warp and try to go from there. Time Warp's probably better post countering their commander. So we could play our commander and counter theirs. That's probably good. And it's a 1/5 blocker, so I think that's the play here. Hopefully they don't have a Swords to Plowshares or something like that. I've noticed these types of decks are running more removal, which is smart on their part. Especially in this queue, Historic Brawl, but we'll see if they have any. Not everyone does, but I've noticed that that's been a thing. Hello. Okay. Well, we definitely can't let that resolve. Alright. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would give us 3 left over. We could Thirst for Knowledge. I think we Time Warp here. Try to hit another land drop. No attacks, no point. Memory Lapse is nice, because this isn't enter the battlefield. Oh, it deals combat damage. Okay, so we can counter that. Okay. Can we Magic Mirror? No. We can mirror and hold up Memory Lapse. Yep, I think that's what we do. Gives us another blocker too. Okay. So depending on what they do, we can either Thirst for Knowledge or Memory Lapse next turn. No point in attacking. We did have an artifact come into play. Ooh. They're running a ton of basics, so Winter Moon doesn't really do anything. Wayfarer's Bauble, I guess, helps ramp us. Yeah, neither of these really do anything. I guess this is the cheaper artifact that triggers our commander, if nothing else, so we'll do that. If they were running all non-basics, or mostly non-basics, I would have taken Winter Moon. But Zatalpa, oh my goodness. Zatalpa. Zatalpa. I think we just Thirst here and set up our next couple turns. Let's get rid of the Bauble, since now we have this Bauble. One Bauble for another Bauble. Island down. So we can flash this in, and then, well, we might just want to play it main phase and then cast Mishra's Bauble and bounce this, right? This has haste though, so it's a tough spot. We don't really want to tap out. We have the Memory Lapse. This is going to hit us really hard, but we're at 25 life. I think we have to take the hit from this to make sure their commander doesn't come out, and then we can flash this in on their turn. Yeah. If we had more mana, we could do other things, but I think that's the way we have to do this. Oh, we have Palladium Mirror. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have 2. So can we hold up 2 blue? I think so. Actually, I think we can do this. So if we do it like this, yeah, I think that works. Okay, I forgot about our mirror. Return that back to your hand. We can still hold up Memory Lapse, and we'll get a Akal trigger. Okay, they got a Plains on top. We don't really care about that. Okay, we can use this for their commander as well. Okay. No attacks. End turn. Trigger. Well, that works too. Yeah, I think we just take that. We're not going to be able to cast it because we kept up a colorless mana, but it's okay. Memory Lapse, Counterspell, this thingy. We're doing good. Okay, so they're not going to cast their commander. Okay, well, then in that case, let's just do this. Okay. Yeah, that did it. So we were going to bounce their creature before it transformed to their hand, then Hullbreaker Horde would have bounced this to their hand, and I don't know what they would have had left over with 3 mana, but they're not looking at a good situation. And then we have Counterspell, Counterspell, and Magic Mirror to draw us a ton of cards. Alright, cool. Game 1 down. Akal's doing it. That wasn't a terribly long game. Sorry if you can hear me drinking my coffee. It is early in the morning. Okay. Island, Island. What are we playing? Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if it's a spell with lesser mana value. Okay. So like every spell has Cascade. Oh my goodness. Okay. 4 mana. This allows us to draw a card. I don't know. I get to go first. Okay, we'll try. It's not the best hand, but it has ways of getting better. So we can, depending on what they do, we can Secrets of the Key or Lorien Revealed on their turn. Okay, we're doing okay on lands, so... I think we just get the Collector's Vault down. This doesn't produce mana, right? No. So they can't play their commander next turn. We have a land drop, so we don't need to cycle Lorien Revealed. Okay. Hold up all your mana. I think we either cycle this or pop the clue. Got it. Okay. Well, same plan. They're gonna probably play their commander. No, they're gonna pass. Okay, well, let's not cast a spell if they have counter magic. Time warp. Okay. Let's just be safe and make sure we hit our land drop. We could have gotten Mystic Sanctuary. I should have probably gotten that because we had 3 islands. And then we could have gotten one of these back, but it's all good. Alright, well... I mean, let's... If they're gonna sit here and not do anything, let's make them use their mana. I mean, they can always Thematic Compass. Memory Deluge. Okay. I just don't think this is going to be useful in this matchup. Or a thing in the ice. Okay. Turn my phone volume off. Man, they just want to have a staring match. Well, I mean, I have the value on the battlefield, so I don't know. Like, I have the value engine is what I mean. So yeah, I think we just, I mean, if they want to hold up mana, we can play this game. It only really benefits me the longer we go. Omen of the Sea. Sure, that's fine. Not like we could do anything about it anyway. Does this have flash? No. At some point they're going to have to play their commander. Because that's what their deck's supposed to do. I don't know why they're not using their compass either. There we go. Okay. It's okay to discard an island. We're making mana anyway. At some point they're going to have to tap out. Maybe they want to have commander plus counterspell backup. Okay, probably saw it coming. Commander? No? Make a couple clues. I mean, do we just get our commander countered and get it out of their hand? Yeah, they definitely have something at instant speed. They're thinking about it. I'm pretty sure this is a saw it coming. Yep. Okay. I wonder if that's their only counterspell. This is what's holding priority on the stack, I think. No, it's not, because they would need another mana. Okay, they could cast that next turn if they want. It has flash. Okay, we'll just pass. Draw a card. Anytime we could draw a counterspell would be great. We have a lot in the deck. Let's try to find one. Oof. It's a good counterspell, but not the one we needed right there. Okay. Well, you want to flash something in? No? Okay. 6, 7. Man, it would be really nice to have a counter spell right now. I mean, we do, but we don't. They're probably just going to flash this back. This has flash as well. How many other counters do you think they have? I mean, there's one way to find out. Unwind. Okay. Well, we gotta get them out of their hand. They can't hold them forever. This thing is definitely, this thing might just be game over. If we were playing the back and forth game where they have to tap out and whatnot, then it's fine. But their ability to play everything they want on their turn and then untap all their lands is really good. Yeah, we don't want to tap out. We want to keep up the wash away, so you can put Collector's Vault back in my hand, that's fine. I've gotten lots of value out of it. We could wash this away. I'd rather use it for their commander. Or one of the spells they cascade into. I think Cold Steel Heart's a little bit late to the party. Yep. Take 4. It's only like turn 8. Someone finally attacked. Okay. Either way, if they have another counter, it's okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay, because we gotta get them out of their hand. Alright. We could do this. Counter? If they have a counter here, I'm probably just going to scoop, because that means they would have had 1, 2, and then a third. Which is insane. Yeah, cool. GG, I guess. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? We drew none of our counters, even though our deck has like 15, and they drew all of their counters. So, unlucky. I probably should have mulliganed that hand in retrospect. We're really looking for opening hands that have at least one counter spell in them. Yeah, like this is better. This is a really cool commander. Yeah, this is better though. And we go first, and we have ramp. So we can saw it coming before they even get close to casting this. Or we can just keep it in our hand. We'll probably have enough mana. That's a nice draw for later. Do it like this. So Judith, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one. That spell gains Death Touch and Lifelink, or create a 2/2 red imp creature token with when this creature dies deals 2 damage to each opponent. So either way, you're getting tons of value. And then by giving spells Death Touch, you can do like little pingy spells, like 1 damage to target creature, but since it has Death Touch, it kills the creature anyway. It's a really cool commander. They are in black, so I don't really want to run out my commander right into a removal spell. I think the better thing to do here is just foretell this. It's a good opportunity to do that. We can even cast it next turn if we need to. We also have Spell Pierce depending on what they play. That is a good Spell Pierce target. So we just made them spend 4 mana and discard a card for no value. Yep. Alright. Bounce back game. Because they were planning on drawing 2 cards and making 2 treasures, right? And instead they spent 4 mana, discarded a card, and got no treasures and no cards. So if you're that Rakdos player, that Judith player, if you could have done the same play, but if you had waited till my turn to cast that spell, because it was an instant, the Unexpected Windfall. So if you're ever playing against a blue deck, or a deck that plays at instant speed and has counter magic, you gotta wait till their turn. You want to make them use their counter magic on their own turn, so that they spend their mana and have to tap out on their own turn, and then on your next turn they don't have any mana to spend on their counter magic or whatever disruption they want to do on your turn. So it's still okay to get that countered, but if you're gonna get it countered, you gotta wait till their turn to do it. And ideally what you want to do is in their upkeep cast that spell, so that they have to make the hardest decision possible, right? You do it in their upkeep, it's before they've drawn, so they have to choose to spend mana to get rid of that spell right then and there, or let it go because there's other stuff they want to do, right? Just a little tip for people trying to get a little bit better at playing Magic. It is frustrating playing against blue decks, you know, that have a bunch of counter magic, but you can beat them. You just have to force them to use their spells on their own turn, if you can. Okay, this is another pretty good hand. They get to go first. What is this? Vigilance. Whenever Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard. It's kind of cool. It's a weird, kind of a weird build around, but I dig it. It's like enchantments and Samurai / Warriors attacking alone. So maybe it's like Voltron, because the enchantments are put on one creature. So it's like make one Samurai or Warrior really big, and then you get those auras back. I don't know, we'll have to find out. Either way, this hand seems good against that. Nice. We have a turn 2 play. Oops. Probably just play their commander here, since this is a samurai, right? Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why are you playing an elf, human elf cleric? It's because they get to tutor for an enchantment. Okay, no land drop. That's unfortunate. Okay, that'll be good later. I guess we can Thirst for Knowledge here and try to hit our land drop. Discard an artifact card. It is a graveyard deck, so maybe we want to keep Soul Guide Lantern and get rid of the Guardian Idol. We can also get rid of the Skyclave Relic, which, because it's so early, even though this is a better card, it costs more mana. We hit our land drop, which is great, and then do we hold up Spell Pierce or get down Soul Guide? There's nothing to exile right now, so it's kind of wasted value. I think we just hold up the Spell Pierce, especially since they put an enchantment on top of their deck. Yeah. I think that was the right play. Hit me for 3. Okay. Hitting our land drops, that's nice. We could Time Warp here, or we could play our commander and get down an artifact. Could keep this up. I think we get down our commander. I mean, mono white has removal, but you know, I'm not under a ton of pressure right now. Ooh, that's a tough choice. We don't really have the pieces for Paradox Engine, so it's kind of like a useless 5-mana artifact at this stage of the game, but Absorb Energy is actually pretty useful. So I think we'll take the Absorb Energy. Yep, there's the borrowed time. We don't have a way to bounce that right now, so I guess we'll just put our commander back in the command zone. We already got value out of it. Okay, no land drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could deduce and Soul Guide Lantern. We could play our commander and Soul Guide Lantern. We're not really doing anything. I think, yeah, we just commander card advantage. Right? Just keep making our hand good for later. Get rid of that thing so they can't bring it back with their commander. A call trigger, yep. So we got a great hand. We're tapped out here, so they gotta, whatever their big play is with 5 mana, they gotta do it now. But the Cyclonic Rift kind of gives us a backup plan for whatever they do. Okay. Well, that definitely sets us back. Destroys it. Okay. That's how you want to spend your whole turn. That is annoying, but it kind of didn't do much. It did ruin some of our mana and did get rid of the graveyard piece, but we're at the same land total, so now I'm just going to time warp. Try to hit another land drop. No point in attacking. Okay, no land drop. We can Junk Diver, get back our Paradox Engine at some point, or just hold up all this counter magic. I think counter magic plus deduce is the right call here. We'll see what they do. Lead with negate. Do we allow their commander? I think this is a good idea because then it's going to reduce this guy. Get a little bit extra value. You can attack if you want, but I can just block with my big butt. That's a nice one too. Okay, yep. It's an artifact, so we'll trigger a call. Pass through the turn. We have 6 mana, so yeah, I mean, this wins the game. That's what we're trying to do, right? We don't care about that. It gets them a land, they make a 0/4 wall, and they gain 2 life. It's early game value stuff. Okay, let's deduce here. We'll trigger a call, because we made an artifact. Take the island. Although the Ugin would have been nice, but we need to hit our land drops. We've missed way too many. Okay, so now we can Cyclonic Rift on their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play Shark Typhoon. I think we Cyclonic Rift on their turn, get down Shark Typhoon. Hopefully we draw a land and we can play a spell and start just making a billion sharks. Alright. Try it this way. They have 3 cards in hand, we have 7. So we can play at instant speed, they can't. What is this? Whenever attacks alone. Okay, no problem. We'll take this because we're going to bounce everything anyway. I guess I could have blocked. I should have blocked. It's okay. Uh-huh. Go ahead and cast all your stuff. Let's see if they have a way to like phase out their board or something. That would be kind of a blowout. Yep, called it. Well. That is unfortunate. We can put some stuff down on the board though to block with. And then we can bounce their commander back to their hand. Okay, well. Call trigger. That works too. We don't really want to return this to their hand. These have vigilance, which makes this awkward. I can return their commander to their hand. I think we just block. Take 5. Maybe block you, get an artifact back. So what do we get back? Soul Guide would be really good against them. Yeah, I think it's Soul Guide. Beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or other creatures, draw a card. That's pretty good. It's nice that it's a creature, so it's going to get hit by this. Alright. We finally hit the land. It's been hard to hit lands this game. I think we have to do this before this pops, because I think we'll just die. Make a lot of fairies. Oh. Was it non-token? Is that what it says? Oh, for each opponent. I thought it was for each creature. Okay. We can get down the Mind Stone and pop the clue. Or hold up Disdainful Stroke. So I think that's what we do here. Okay. The more mana we have, the better the Shark Typhoon is, because we can Shark Typhoon into other stuff. So this pops, doesn't do anything because they have no creatures. Can't attack this turn. Attacks alone, it gains lifelink. Sacrifice self a samurai, another target creature you control gains indestructible. Okay. Crack the clue. Hit a land drop. Alright, I don't think they have counter magic. I think I'd rather spend or play the island. So we can Akal Soul Guide Lantern. We can Shark Typhoon, start making some dudes. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Get rid of that guy. Now, if they attack alone, they can only get back Birth of Meletis. I don't know. Meletis. So that's okay. We can also crack this to exile the graveyard and draw a card. We could do this, but then we sort of tap out, which is not great. I think this is the way we do it. So we have options. We can crack Soul Guide Lantern. We can cast Disdainful Stroke if they cast something big. We can return a creature to its owner's hand, create a map token if we want. We got to keep in mind that this is going to pop in a couple turns. We can also just spend 3 mana to put another counter on this and refill our hand, get everything back from the graveyard. Opponent is thinking about their life choices and how they culminated in this moment. Well, I'm really digging the deck so far. I think Akal is a really cool value engine. It's, you know, blue wants to play with artifacts anyway, so it's kind of rewarding mono blue for doing what it already wants to do. And the ability to look at the top 2 cards of your library and put one in your hand is just super good in blue decks. And the fact that you can do it on your turn and your opponent's turn with spells like this Brackish Blunder, right? Where you can at instant speed return a creature to its owner's hand, but also create a map token, which is an artifact, and trigger a call. So if you build your deck right, you can get 4. You can look at the top 4 cards of your library every turn cycle and put 2 of them into your hand. I mean, that's incredible value. And as we see, I mean, mono blue already has some of the best artifacts anyway. I mean, we have all the colorless ones, but the blue artifacts are really, really good. So we'll see what they do here. I don't really care about this. Okay, so since they're doing it this way, I think we just let them do it. It's a little bit of value for them, but it doesn't really matter. The wall can't fly, it doesn't have reach. We'll block because we don't want to take the 3. They're going to gain 3 life. What I'm worried about is like the really big white enchantment that makes all our creatures into 1/1s and does some other gnarly stuff. So I'm holding up this Disdainful Stroke for that. Yep, that's annoying, but there's nothing we can do about that. But see, they can search for any enchantment card here, so I think it's worth keeping up Disdainful Stroke. I think they might go look for another Borrowed Time effect and get rid of this Shark Typhoon, which would be a bummer. If they do that, then I guess we'll cast this in response just to at least get a 2/2 Shark. Grasp of Fate. Oof. Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so they put that on top. Do I have a way of making them shuffle their library? I guess technically with this, right? Yep. No, this doesn't do both of us. It's just me. Okay. I guess just in case they have a white counter spell, technically Mana Tithe does exist. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 mana, we can spend 6 of it on our commander and popping this midnight clock. They probably have priority because of this Mirex. Maybe they have a removal spell. I think we'd rather just crack the midnight clock here and get a fresh hand. Wandering Emperor. Okay. Still have 4 mana left over after we redraw. Yeah, I would like this, but I want to look at my fresh 7. See what I get. Sweet. Okay. So we can put this back in their hand. we redrew the Ornithopter, which is funny. We can play this as a blocker, which is cool. We have this for later. I think since we don't have a way of stopping this, we probably should just get as much value out of Shark Typhoon as possible, right? Or I guess we can bounce it with that. Alright. Let's create an artifact. Oh, I guess we can't this turn. Okay. No problem. Since I kind of know what they're going to do, I think we can tap out. Get the Akal trigger. We can attack with these fairies. They can't block anyway. Sure. Of those two options, this is the better one. Hopefully at least one of these sticks so I can get this into play untapped. Okay, they're going to board wipe. Our revelation, huh? Well, we wouldn't have had anything to... stop that anyway. I guess we could have put it back in their hand, but it's all good. Take action. Well, that definitely evens the playing field. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hall of Haunting definitely needs to go away. That I was not expecting. Okay. We could play our commander, it's going to get grasped, and they're going to make a, only control 7 or more enchantments. Creature control have flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast enchantments, will create a white spirit color token. This creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits you control. So it's not too bad right now. I think we have to keep digging. And this is a way to do it. Okay. Well, Cyclonic Rift is nice, but Hullbreaker Horror is game ending, so I think we take the horror. We have the right amount of mana for it. Uh-huh. We already have a mass bounce spell anyway. I hope they choose my commander. Yeah, cool. Put it back in the command zone. Costs 9 now. They can attack with their commander, get an enchantment, but they can't cast it. Okay. Ooh. Do I have any... Oh, Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Thank you. They have one card in hand. How risky is it to play Hullbreaker Horror? It's a little risky because they can attack alone. See, they won't attack alone, right? There's no way they're going to attack alone. I mean, if I do this, it sets them back. Create a couple fairies. I mean, there's no better time to do this than now. My worry is that if I Hullbreaker Horror and they attack alone, then they can bring back their borrowed time and get rid of my Hullbreaker Horror. Oh, I just milled the Cyclonic Rift. Whoops. Oh, I'm a pro gamer. I'm a pro gamer. Don't worry about it. Sun Titan. So what artifact do I want to get back? Soul Guide Lantern? Probably. That's where all their value is coming from. So now I can do this and Hullbreaker Horror on their end step. Seems good. I could also do this and Soul Guide Lantern. I can also do this and get a trigger. Since I have to cast this turn, I think this is the best way to use our mana. Get rid of that. I mean, yep, probably Sun Titan again is my guess. Okay. Let's see what they do. I think they're gonna -2. So we'll tap that down. We don't need to worry about it for a little bit. I guess they can Plaza if they want. Okay, gains hexproof and indestructible. Sure. Okay, no problem. Oh, and it's flying. Nice. There's no enchantments to get back. It's pretty good. We can also get a enchantment back. I think we take the ley line. I think we gotta pop this to draw a card. Okay. I think we just do it.
Always rises again.
get this down. Yeah, put that back in your hand. And end the turn. We can play it at instant speed, so we want to take spells. Yep, these are not great, but with Hullbreaker Horror, they're amazing. I think we got him. 3 life to 24, but I think we got him. Man, how did we get out of that hour revelation? That, whew, that really set us back. Yo, what's up? Alright, sorry for the audio cutting out. I might have to turn it off again, we'll see. So basically I'm just looping all my own stuff so that I can continue to bounce all their things, return all their spells to their hand, make sure nothing resolves. And I have a ton of mana to do it. So if they don't see it already, they're locked. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I had a great time. Alright, let's do a deck review real quick. So yeah, Akal, really good artifact commander. You can put any kind of artifacts you want in here. This was just what I chose. You can play a more aggressive, like tempo style with Akal if you want, but I kind of like the long game control style, as we saw in that last game. We were definitely playing for the long game. We even survived a really good hour revelation by our opponent. We almost lost that game. We got down to 3 life, but we crawled our way back out. So if you like the deck, like the video, subscribe. If you want to join the Discord and talk to other people from the channel, or submit a deck for me to play, link is in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a good one later.